Rangers and the Senators, game one of this Eastern Conference Round 2 series. First period, Senators on the attack on their home ice. Henrik Lundqvist turns away Alexandra Burrows and then stretches across to stop the shot from Mark Stone. Keeps the game knotted up at 1 somehow, some way. Great scoring chance, but King Hank up to the task. In the second period, his Rangers now with the man advantage. Ryan McDonagh throws one on net. Puck bounces off the iron and in. McDonagh's series opening goal puts the Rangers up 1-0. Late second, power play for the Senators. Kyle Turris, one-timer blocked by Hank, but Ryan Zingle is there to punch in the rebound. His first goal of the playoffs, and we're knotted up at 1 apiece. Late third, still a 1-1 game. Senators with the puck. Erik Karlsson. This guy is so good. Sets up from a nearly impossible angle and puts it in. Squeezes the puck between Hank and the pipe for a tally. That ends up being your game winner. Like Karlsson's just too good. Senators win 2-1. Ottawa jumps up to a 1-0 series lead. Back here on the rally with Bryant McFadden, Tyler Jacobs, keeping our eye on the NFL draft, and the pick is in. BMAC, the Indianapolis Colts with the latest selection in the first round, number 15. They took Ohio State safety Malik Hooker. We just heard Dylan and Dave talking about some potential endorsements for Hooker, but first you got to prove your worth on the field. What can he bring to this Indy defense?
I think he's the ultimate traffic cop. Okay. And when I say that, he's a guy that can really keep everything in front of him and be a quality last line of defense in the secondary. The issue I have with Hooker, of course, the hip and hernia surgery he had to take care of that did not prevented him from participating in the combine and just being healthy. So you have to worry about the injury issues that he sustained at Ohio State and the lack of experience. But that 1 year, playing in the starting lineup, he had 7 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken. He was a guy he was extremely rangy. So he's the ultimate post safety. They really need to improve there on the defensive side. I don't have an issue with the pick because of course defense needs to be better. But when we look at Hooker, he was the next best available safety based on the board, based on everything that we've seen from him on the collegiate level. But I think he's a guy, if he's healthy, he can be a big time player for them.
Yeah, he is someone who has the stock, the profile to be a top 10 pick in this draft. We thought that was possible. Hooker, another one of those players coming from the Urban Meyer football factory that is the Ohio State. Well, without question, the Bears trading up to get Mitchell Trubisky with the second overall pick has been the biggest surprise and maybe the most head-scratching move that has been made so far in the draft. Here is the man who heard his name called number 2 in this NFL draft, Mitchell Trubisky. You're now a Chicago Bear.
There's a lot of history in Chicago. My favorite player of all time growing up is Walter Payton, so I'm looking forward to wearing that Bears jersey, and the city of Chicago is my home now.
All right, B-Mac, he's excited to be a Bear. Rich tradition and history with this franchise, but they have been, for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, a non-factor pretty much in the NFC North.
Yep.
Played a Super Bowl against Peyton Manning and the Colts way back when, but that was more than a decade ago. Is Trubisky the guy to get the Bears back atop the NFC North?
Yeah. I mean, when you trade up and select a quarterback number 2, you're looking for a game changer.
Yes, you are.
Right?
Yes, you are.
And a year ago, the quarterback that went number 2 was Carson Wentz. And I think Philly, they're really comfortable with him going forward.
I think
they saw flashes here and there from what Carson can provide for them. Will the Bears see flashes from Mitchell Trubisky in year 1? I don't think so, because you just gave Mike Glennon $18.5 million.
Wow.
So I vision Trubisky holding a clipboard.
Yeah, so do I.
Year 1.
So do I, absolutely.
And then he can really show his worth. But right now, pump your brakes if you expect to see Mitchell Trubisky have any impact, especially if Glennon is healthy.
Mike Glennon, I expect to be the starter. Mitchell Trubisky, I do like the fact that he won't be pressed into duty right away, but we know in this instant gratification society, if Glennon throws one incomplete pass, Bears fans will be yelling for Mitchell Trubisky to come off the bench and get in there. I know he's happy to be the second overall pick, but right now a lot of people scratching their heads at what the Bears gave up to get Mitchell Trubisky at number 2 when they originally owned the 3rd pick in the NFL draft. After the 49ers took Solomon Thomas at number 3, the Jacksonville Jaguars selected Leonard Fournette, number 4 overall out of LSU. Here's Coach Dave Caldwell on the selection.
One of our guys said it best. It's like, we're on the road on Saturdays watching late night SEC games before our game, and this is a guy that you're watching on TV every Saturday night, and you're like, wow, this guy's going to be the first pick in the draft. And you knew from the time he stepped on campus at LSU that he was going to be a special player.
I said coach, pardon me, that was GM Dave Caldwell. Coach Doug Marrone probably excited to have this very special player to coach as the new head man of the Jaguars. And, of course, Tom Coughlin, the man who's the czar of the new football operation there in Jacksonville. But GM Dave Caldwell, we all saw it with Leonard Fournette. He was the top high school recruit going to LSU. In his sophomore campaign, when he became the guy, he damn near ran for 2,000 yards and was terrorizing defenses, dealt with injuries a little bit last year, but clearly this guy is, some people think he could be, he's not as fast, but as big, as strong, as powerful as Bo Jackson. I mean, this is a legitimate imposing tailback.
Yeah.
Jaguars get him at number 4 overall. We know a running back that went 4th overall last year helped out his team pretty well. And Ezekiel Elliott, you expect the same from Fournette?
Well, my expectations are not the same that I had for Ezekiel because of the offensive line, the offense surrounding Ezekiel Elliott. But I think Leonard will provide a sense of balance for this offense. He can stay healthy. Hopefully, Blake Bortles can be a bit more consistent to take pressure off of the running game. And the same can be said for the running game and the passing game. I think this is a guy that will be a big-time runner in that offense. And the last time Tom Coughlin was a part of this Jaguars team, he had a real good running back in Fred Taylor.
Yeah,
and
Fred Taylor was a banger.
The first thing I said, the first thing I saw